Hi everyone, I'm Karina Kantas, author of 13 books. I'm an entrepreneur with Author Assist. I have my own radio show and I'm also a YouTuber.
When sitting down to visualize your world, what are the first things that you tend to see most clearly?
The first thing for me would be where they live. No matter if it's a fantasy, sci-fi or dystopian world, it's the accommodation I see. With my dystopian toxic, they live in mountains. With my fantasy illusional reality in the quest, they live either up in the trees or they live in domes. So the first thing I see in my head is the environment and where they live and the accommodation.
How do you like to introduce elements of your world? A narration explaining everything right up front, through unspoken actions sprinkled throughout, through dialogue with your characters speaking to one another, or monologues where your character breaks the fourth wall, addressing your audience directly or talks to themselves, or a combo of these things, or something else entirely?
For me, it's through both. I don't want to overwhelm my readers by telling them everything in the first chapter. So throughout the story, through dialogue, action, the world appears, materializes. You can see through my eyes as an author, the reader can then picture themselves in that world that I've built, as long as I've done it correctly. So yeah, through dialogue and action, the reader will be able to see and this new world and be part of it.
When it comes to world building, what element do you feel is the most superfluous more times than not?
I don't know. It's probably probably copycat. You know, when they've read a really good book and they want to build the same world, or if it's say you're doing a vampire, paranormal romance or something, and you've read so many of those books that the author has exactly the same world building as all the others, the same places, the same things happening, the same spells being used, the same outfits they're wearing, the same environment as every other book. So yeah, definitely that.
Where do you feel most artists go wrong when it comes to world building?
Again, it's the same thing. It's copycatting. It's trying. You've got to be original. You've got to think out of the hat. The whole point of world building is to create a world your readers never been to before. Give them that experience of wow. So it needs to be unique and not been done 1,000 times before.
In thinking about your world expanding, is your approach to add things you've already created outside of the story you were telling, or creating something from scratch, brand new, to add into and build upon the world that already exists?
I am actually. I'm writing book 2 of Toxic, and in book 1 it was all to do with the life inside the mountain, and in book 2 we're actually going out of the mountain and we're in a totally different environment, and you're going to meet some really new characters that live the totally opposite way of the people in the mountain. And the same with the illusional reality. The first one was all about her being in Ticinia. And in the quest, that's when they go on their journey to the outlands and they leave Ticinia, and you go to all these new places where they have all these new experiences. You have the new characters, you have the new names, and it's what I love about world building is it's magical because as you write, you're building it. And when the book's finished, the world exists in your eyes, in your heart, and you hope that you've done such a good job that it exists in the reader's eyes and heart as well. You can find all my books on Amazon, and I'm all over the social media, Twitter, Karina Kantas. I don't have a pen name. Karina Kantas, Twitter, Facebook, Karina Kantas, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can find me on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching.